Hey there, have you ever really thought about how powerful your words are? Today, we're going to talk about why the words we choose are a huge deal and how they can change everything about how people see us. Let's dive in. So, you've probably noticed this. It happens at home and it happens outside too. Maybe you've heard it on the playground or when you're just walking around. Some kids use bad language, and it feels like it's almost everywhere.
Okay, so let's look a little closer at this. Why do you think this happens, and what's it really saying about us when we use those kinds of words? Now, this is super important to get. Using swear words doesn't mean someone is a bad person or a bad student. Not at all. A lot of times, it just means they're trying to figure out how to deal with really big feelings, like anger or frustration. It's just part of learning how to communicate.
But even with all that said, there's a really clear rule we all need to follow, especially at school. Swearing just isn't appropriate. And honestly, it doesn't actually help you get your point across. It kind of just makes things more confusing. So what happens when those words pop up at school? Let's talk about the classroom effect and what really happens when they do. Picture this. You're in a group working on a big project. If one person just keeps swearing, how does that make everyone else feel? Well, a lot of kids might think it's kind of immature, and pretty soon they might not want to work with that person. It makes teamwork almost impossible. This idea of being careful with your words is nothing new. It's actually a really old piece of wisdom that people have been talking about for like centuries. Let's look at a really great example. In Chinese tradition, there's this amazing concept called 修口德. Basically, it means building up your good character through the way you speak. The idea is that your words are like a window. They show everyone what kind of person you are on the inside.
And the famous philosopher Confucius said something pretty similar. He taught, let your words be trustworthy and your behavior respectful. What he meant was, when you speak respectfully, people trust you. They actually want to listen to you.
Okay, so now that we know all this, what do we do about it? Let's get into our last section and talk about some better ways to talk and choose our words.
So instead of swearing, what can you say? Well, here are three super simple but really powerful phrases. If you're feeling mad, just say, I'm upset. If you don't like an idea, you can say, I disagree. And if you want someone to stop doing something, a simple, please stop, is actually way more powerful. These words are clear, they're respectful, and they work.
So it all comes down to this. Good words build respect. When you choose your words carefully, you're not just talking. You're showing your teachers, your classmates, and your friends that you deserve their respect. Let's leave it with a question for you to think about. Every single word you say today is like a little brick you're using to build your own character. So what are you going to build with your words today?